Is to welcome you all to the real reason I brought you here today, which is to announce details of my latest signing. Stacey has put pen to paper, or rather ring to finger, on a long-term contract for an undisclosed fee. Cheers, mate.
So what can I tell you about Stacey? Well, she has a few of my traits, my characteristics. We both tend to giggle a lot, sometimes uncontrollably with tears in our eyes. We're also the world's worst singers, yet we love to sing. So it's best done when alone in the car, although Stacey does get her dogs to sing along with her on occasions, which has to be seen and heard to be believed. Now, when I recall the childhood things about Stacey, the things that spring to mind are not so much the challenges that everyone faces as part of growing up, but the innocent things that kids do, such as watching her videoing herself singing Summer Nights from Greece in front of a camera. I think Emma was in some of those versions as well. Later on, when she's had a few drinks, I'm sure she'll oblige with a few cards.
Stacey told me that her and Paul were getting married. I literally screamed, jumped around like a fool, and even shed a few tears of happiness. I could not have been happier.
Men look for all sorts of things in a woman. Someone who's a soulmate and understands how you're feeling without needing to ask. Someone who's a best friend with similar interests, or someone who's a homemaker, who's going to be a great mum and raise the children well. I think Stacey in her own ways is all of those things. But most important of all is that she's somehow been able to put up with me for 13 years.
Marriage involves the giving of a man and a woman wholeheartedly to each other. Christ, in his self-giving, comes to our help, for he loves us and gave himself for us. Paul and Stacey, you are now to share in this new way of life, which God has created and in Christ has blessed.
When she did put that dress on a few months ago, when she told me that she was going to get married, she looked perfect. And I have to tell you, it was instantly the one that she was going to be wearing today.
Walking down the aisle today was a moment that I will cherish forever. Stacey looked gorgeous, and she means more to me. She means more to me than she will ever know.
As I'm sure everyone here will agree, what a stunning bride Stacey makes. And even though Paul I've never thought of as a particularly stunning man, somehow they look perfect together.
Paul and Stacey have exchanged vows, joined their hands, and given and received rings, binding themselves to each other in the covenant of marriage. I therefore proclaim that they are husband and wife.
Now, it's tradition on these occasions for the best man to detail how he and the groom became friends. And it's normally a story of from high school or from a workplace or from a social gathering where they first met. Alas, I have no such anecdotes to share with you today. You see, Paul and I have been friends since long before either of us can remember. Our mothers became friends in the same antenatal unit some 33 years ago. And as they remained friends afterwards, so have Paul and I ever since. And neither Paul nor myself had brothers, but I've always thought of him as a brother, and I know the feeling is mutual.
Sadly, I've been banned from mentioning any of Paul's previous girlfriends, which has resulted in my speech being about 8 seconds shorter than it otherwise. But it's certainly worth mentioning that as a teenager, Paul quite reflects on the ladies, it's fair to say. For some reason, there's a number of girls just developed all-consuming crushes on the guy. Very good of a couple of them to have turned up today, actually. I think for some people today it's less a wedding and more closure.
The first thank you is to Chris and Dave for their beautiful daughter. Stacey and I have had, as we've already heard, we've had 13 years together already, and I hope we will have many more. She's looking stunning today, and I couldn't be more in love with her than I am this afternoon. My second thank you is to my dad for all his support, both emotional and financial. Not just for today, but over the years. And I know there are probably a few of you on the tables at the back that probably need to thank him for a few lifts over the pub. And of course, just to say, there is one important person who couldn't join us today, which is my mum, who obviously is no longer with us, but I couldn't let my speech pass by without giving her a mention. And I know she's with me in spirit.
Childhood goes by so quickly, and now she's with Paul, and I'm proud to have him as a son-in-law.
In the past, I've been through some particularly challenging times. And I've always turned to Paul in those moments. He always knows when to listen, when to analyse, and when to advise. He knows me better than I know myself, and that is the mark of friendship that is beyond value.
Paul is the best friend I ever could have wished for, someone who I would say I'm a better person for having known, and I can pay no higher compliment. And Stacey, I know some it's been said already, but I'll echo those sentiments and say that you look and are absolutely gorgeous. So, and I really do wish you both every happiness together, because I can't think of two more deserving people.
Stacey and my family live opposite one another, and we've pretty much grown up together. Been through a lot together, and I know I'll always stand by Stacey as much as she will always stand by me. I don't have a sister, some of you might know, but I can honestly say that Stacey's like the sister I never had. She is the loveliest, funniest, most loyal person I know. But what I will say is, I just hope that my daughter has a friend. Stacey, it's me. God, I'm so sorry.
If I can ask you now to charge your glasses and please be upstanding. So I toast Paul to the bride and groom.